Real shit. Kyrie Irving, y'all. Patience. Man, shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. Real talk. I only have one father. I only have one father, Kyrie Irving, y'all. I got one father, man. Yo, I only got one father, y'all. Real shit. Yo, by the way, shout out to all my classic moments that I've had throughout my career. Kyrie Irving, y'all. Patience. Man, shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. Real talk. I only have one father. I only have one father, Kyrie Irving, y'all. I got one father, man. Yo, I only got one father, y'all. Real shit. Yo, by the way, shout out to all my classic moments that I've had throughout my career and my life, man. If you've been following if you've been following my story for a while, you know that meme has caused so much harm, like, in humor at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's caused so much harm and humor at the same time, bro. Like, I was so caught off guard when that lady asked me that damn question. I was so caught off guard. I even gave her a chance to explain herself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go too deep into this moment, but it's gotta be corrected from my own timeline, right? From the version of me, right? Shit, dog. Like, she asked me that question, and I just was like, there's no way, unless I'm like a 19-year-old and somebody's a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old, bro, and I'm their teammate, bro, nobody's about to be a father figure to me, like, in the league. If you don't knock it off, bro, God, I'm so grateful you gave me my father. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was such a disrespectful moment, but it was corny funny. It was corny funny. Yo, shout out to the gifted. I can't really keep up, guys. I'm on my phone. I'm not at my setup clearly, so you have to excuse me. You know what I mean? It definitely was a trick question, whatever it was. But yeah, I'm gonna try to read all the chat, man. Shout out to all you guys at home if you're just now tuning in. I'm not live on Twitter tonight, so it's just me and you. It's just us tonight, Twitch community. It's just us. So I probably got like 40 minutes with y'all today. Unless y'all ask me to stay on longer, I got 40 minutes for y'all. That's it. 40. All right. But yeah, to finish off the story, man, like, that whole moment, I think, put media in a whole different stratosphere, in my opinion. Like, just seeing that play out the way it did. You know, the way Twitter was back in the day, and I say back in the day, like 9 years ago, it was like a long time ago, or 10 years ago was a long time. It was, but it wasn't that long ago. I was such a youngin', you know, and I think I would have handled it the same way now, but I definitely would have probably been more responsible with my words. It was still funny as shit, but it was one of those moments I look back on, I'm like, a little dicey, you know what I'm saying? A little dicey. Right, a little dicey. It could have gone either way, but the way I felt like she disrespected my pops was crazy. That's where I was speaking from. If you can understand that, you can understand that. Right? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the chat. I saw some things on social media today too. People making a big deal out of what I'm watching on my stream and things of that nature. Like I said, I don't condone everything that I'm showing on my platform or what's on the Twitter, you know, main page or activity page. I don't condone all that. It's like I said yesterday, it was me giving you guys a chance to see my Twitter profile or my social media profiles through my lens. Like, everything that I see that comes across or anything that I bookmark, it's out of curiosity. It's out of seeing what's going on in the world, and it has nothing to do with showing support for any political party or any political commentary or commentator, excuse me. I don't want to add on to any of that, man. Like, and I'm not going to sit up here and say I stay out of politics, but I know how this media game works at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard to decipher all this stuff. Like, it's not. Like, these media games are traditional at this point. They've been played over and over again, and spinning narratives is what happens. You feel me? Like, a lot of streamers are just getting the chance to see how the media kind of can spin narratives and things of that nature. But now that we're in 2025, a lot of us are more popular. Well, I don't want to say more popular. Fuck all that. Not even more popular. We are way more in tune and engaged with our audience and who supports us than they realize. You know what I'm saying? I really tap in with a lot of people. I check in with a lot of people, right? It doesn't mean that I'm always accessible and things of that nature, but I'm trying to help the next generation of leaders out here. You know what I mean? The doers, the people that aren't just settling for the status quo, so to say, or just like being cool in their position or being too cool to connect with other people. You know, like this day and age in 2025, man, we on a whole different timeline. You got to be aware of that. We on a whole different timeline. This whole universe is working a whole different type of way. And before, I would be a little worried saying something like that, right? Like, the world is working a whole different way, because it would sound too mysterious. I'm not trying to be mysterious with y'all. I'm just saying the world is different, and I could sit up here and say exactly how I feel, and my voice, my message, more important than my voice, my message can reach who it needs to reach. You feel me? It's just, I've been through so many smear campaigns and crisis PR situations at this point. You guys don't know how tested I really am, and until you get to know me in a little bit deeper fashion, you know what I'm saying? You either gonna see that and respect it, or you're gonna look at me and be like, oh, this Kai's crazy, or he's doing his thing again. I'm like, nah, man, that version of me that probably exists, that I don't want to say probably, definitely existed a few years ago, where I was spewing out things that, you know, honestly, I should have done a lot more underground research on. And also, appreciate you for the gifted, appreciate all the follows. You know, I probably should have taken my time and just been more aware of the consequences of making decisions that affect a lot of people. You know what I mean? That's really where I could put it. I will never probably be regretting my words as I move forward. I think it's just, I'm way more responsible with what I want to share. So sometimes it may come out like in a stutter. Sometimes I may like try to change up my words. It's because I want to be way more responsible. The English language, I don't know how y'all feel. Like, I don't know if I just want to, like, I maybe it's just my ignorance, right? But I feel like maybe I should start learning Spanish. Maybe I should start learning like different African languages, that, you know, indigenous languages, so I could speak more intimately, bro. Like, sometimes I feel like the English language just doesn't have everything I need in it. I know y'all probably gonna call me crazy for it, but the English language just feels, I don't know, man. Lo Espanol, a little bit more intimate, like mi amor. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to roll your R's a little bit. You know, like you get to speak Spanish. Like, you get that, the culture comes with it. With the English language, sometimes it should be boring, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe somebody will clip this. I don't know. Look, this is all I grew up around, right? I should have spent a lot more time when I was younger getting to know different cultures, bro. Like, and getting to know where people come from, getting to know more religions, right? And just getting a better perspective on how beautifully different we all are. Because now that I'm 33 years old, I feel like I missed out on a lot of time getting to know some of my friends' family background, but also my peers and where they came from. You know, I just feel ignorant. Like, I felt like I wasted so much time, so much idle time paying attention to the wrong shit. I don't know if anybody else feels like that in the chat. I'm sure a few people feel like that, but I don't know. I just feel like I wasted a lot of time just trying to sound smart with the English language rather than just putting it where it is, doing more reading on it, but then learning different languages. I think it's so cool when people speak 4 languages. I really think it's one of the coolest things ever is when somebody speaks 5 languages, 3 languages. I'm gonna learn Spanish, man. I'm gonna learn Spanish. I'm gonna get better. I'm not about to just be one of those black Americans or black people that just be like, you know, uno poquito, or like, you know, I speak a little bit. Oh, tú no hablo español. Like, I'm not gonna allow this vessel to define what is actually going on up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, yo soy, like, you know what I'm saying, yo thing. Like, I'm not about to be that. I'm about to actually sit down and learn. I think the best way to learn too, in my case, like, I've been listening to a lot of Afro-Latin music. You know what I'm saying? Like African, Cuban music, like indigenous, black, Spanish music, and that the instruments, the rhythmic patterns, you know what I'm saying, the notes that are being played, the sound, it's calling me, right? Like that Spanish music be calling me, bro. And back in my day, hey, I should have been in that yachty getting a little wild, but let me stay on track, you guys. Let me see. Sorry, I'm reading some of you guys chat. Man. Let me see, bro. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna try to look at some of y'all chats, but I'm gonna also say this. But look,